43rd Annual Conference of the Women's Guild in Akure Anglican Diocese unfolded with reverence as stakeholders gathered to nurture spiritual growth and pay homage to distinguished members whose dedication and service have woven the very fabric of the diocese. That is where we shall begin social and community news today. And elsewhere, beyond the vibrant hues of preservation of ancestral heritage, traditional festivals serve as uncommon reunions, weaving together the fabric of a community. Such was the case in Iruakoko, where the annual Idebi Oba festival recently unfolded, heralding the dawn of the traditional calendar and spirit of its people. And finally, the joyous anticipation of new life, or celebration of birth, was unpended in an Akure household as the unthinkable unfolded, leaving the family to navigate a whirlwind of emotions, their hearts torn asunder by the unexpected turn of events, all on this edition of the show. Good evening and welcome to Social and Community News tonight. I am Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi. The Ondo State government has launched the Adiye Irorun initiative, a comprehensive empowerment program designed to train no fewer than 75,000 youths in broiler production, implemented through the Ondo State Agribusiness Empowerment Center, Osrc. The project seeks to position Ondo State as Nigeria's leading chicken producer while addressing the challenges of youth unemployment. Our correspondent Abidemi Akinrotoyo reports that the beneficiaries will undergo a 6-week training in broiler production at Ishwada in our local government area of Ondo State.
Chicken remains one of the most consumed sources of animal protein through both eggs and meats. Despite Nigeria's large population and growing demands, local poultry production meets less than 30% of the national consumption needs. To bridge this gap, Nigeria reportedly spends over 750 billion naira annually on the importation of frozen chicken and other poultry products. Poultry farming, especially broiler production, has therefore become one of the most lucrative agribusiness ventures in the country, with the potential to create millions of jobs, enhance food security, and improve nutritional standards. Recognizing these opportunities, the Ondo State government has introduced the Adiye Irorun initiative through the Ondo State Agricultural Empowerment Center, Osrc. Representing the Senior Special Assistant on Youth Empowerment and Job Creation, Ojo Eniafe, highlighted the potential of agricultural livestock empowerment to make a significant impact and bring relief to the youth of Ondo State.
The Adiye is going to make our youths employed, is going to make our youths also enjoy the dividends of democracy and see good reward for their hard work. I'm sure that a lot of them after this program will have incentives to go and engage in their own private enterprise, engaging in this livestock production. So this of course is what we are calling the generational shift of the Odatiwa administration. Our ease has come in Ondo State and we are enjoying it. The youths are not left out, no structure is left out.
The Director of Veterinary Services at Ministry of Agriculture, Adebayo Eyimowo, explained that the initiative aims to boost food sufficiency and create employment opportunities across the states.
The idea is to train them in the art of rearing broiler chicken. For 6 weeks, they will come and take it from them, then the profit margin will be their own. And if they do 1 or 2 cycles, it will not become their own, so that they can now stand on their own and be a poultry farmer. Instead of people waiting for white-collar jobs, they're able to be gainfully employed and even employ others.
The facilitator, Jimo Agumbiade, outlines essential steps for proper bird care in the pen, from feeding to hygiene, ensuring the health and productivity of the poultry.
Whoever is calling to do broiler production should know that is taking care of it. Because broiler production, especially the day old chicks, they are like a baby. So they have to take it with adequate care. And majorly what the primary objective of this training is for them to be able to raise it and get their profit at the end of the day.
Osrc Director of Livestock, James Akimbuwa, said the program targets genuinely unemployed individuals, adding that selection was based on demonstrated commitment and sincerity towards poultry production.
The whole idea is to get some birds here and go on with production, and at the end of the day, they will off-take, then the money will come back. So we have all our participants. We are doing the training and profiling right now.
Beneficiaries commended the initiative and expressed optimism that the training and support would help them achieve self-reliance.
I really love the training because I really have passion for it. So that's going to my course. So I love that, and it's really helping because I really want to know more about taking care of all these animals, all these chicken and all these pen.
With the efforts that has been placed, we hope that everything will come out well. And then it will be continuous. It's not that it will start and then stop at the point.
The practical phase of the empowerment program kicks off in Ishuada, our local government area, where each participant will receive 1,000-day-old chicks and feeds for 6 weeks before the next batch commences. With poultry production offering high returns on investment and growing demands across the country, the Adìẹ Ìrọ̀rùn initiative stands as a game changer, empowering youth, reducing unemployment, and boosting local chicken production for a more prosperous Ondo state. Abidemi Akinrotoye, Osrc News.
The Forum of All Progressives Congress Local Government Party Chairman of Nigeria's Southwest Zone has declared its support for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu in 2027. At its Southwest quarterly meeting held in Abeokuta, the forum also vowed to embark on massive grassroots mobilization, not only to ensure a landslide victory for Tinubu in 2027, but also to reclaim Oyo and Osun states currently under the opposition People's Democratic Party. The Southwest APC local government chairman said there was no disputing the fact that Tinubu had taken several decisive and courageous steps to return the country to the path of economic prosperity and stability, stressing that he should be allowed to continue his strategic leadership and deliberate reforms until 2031. National chairman of the forum, Henry Fagbenro, commended Tinubu and Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun for prioritizing projects that accelerate economic growth and prosperity. APC in President Tinubu's home region has repeatedly pledged to provide him support for the 2027 polls, emphasizing massive grassroots mobilization across the 6 states in the zone. The federal government has officially handed over 4 technical aid corps volunteers to the government of Sierra Leone. Representing Nigeria at the event in Freetown, charged the affairs of the Embassy of Nigeria, Anthony Epidabo, officially presented the volunteers to Sierra Leonean authorities, who were represented by the Director of Education, Jack Momo. The 4 volunteers include 2 professors, 1 PhD holder and 1 master's degree holder with expertise in law, medicine and science. They will be deployed across various institutions in Sierra Leone, where they are expected to contribute to human capital development through knowledge transfers, capacity building, and support for socio-economic progress. Their mission is to support the human capital development goals of the government and people of Sierra Leone through knowledge transfer, capacity building, and contributions to socio-economic development. You're watching social and community news on Osrc television. We take a break now. When we come back, it will be time for social and community news reports.
Focus on sports. One is fair. Huge winning. One is fair. High odds. One is fair. Fast pay. One is fair. One is fair.
Quickly come back.
Glad to have you back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Ondo. The Women's Guild of the Diocese of Akure Anglican Communion has rounded off its 43rd annual diocesan conference with a Thanksgiving service themed Trusting the God of Abundance Grace. The event, held at St. Michael's Anglican Church, Ilaramokin, in the Federal Council area of Ondo State, brought together clergy wives, women, and delegates from various archdeaconries across the diocese. Osrc Blessing Obi tells us more.
It was a gathering of women, clergy wives, and delegates from across the Akure Anglican Diocese for the 43rd Annual Women's Guild Conference. The conference, which began on October 16, 2025, featured a series of activities including the presidential charge and the presentation of Good Mother Awards to distinguished members across the diocese. Delivering a sermon, Bishop of Akure Anglican Diocese and Archbishop of the Ondo Ecclesiastical Province, the Most Reverend Simeon Borokini, urged the faithful to trust in God and remain confident in His grace.
When we trust, we must believe, and the only person we must have this trust is God, who is our provider, who is our creator, and who enabled us to be what we are, and is our provider, is our protector. So that is why we need to trust Him.
President of the Women's and Girls Organizations of the Diocese, Christiana Borokini, encouraged women to stay steadfast in faith despite life's challenges. She explained that the Good Women Award was presented to deserving women, noting that this marks a 13th year of leading the conference.
Words of advice to women in Akure Diocese especially is that all the themes we have been considering since 2013, let them read and meditate on the themes and try to put everything into practice. Let them live all the themes.
Host Archdeacon Venerable John Osho, his wife, Comfort, and other delegates described the conference impactful, charging women to exhibit the mind of Christ in their daily lives.
God is the only one that has abundant grace, and because of that, we can trust Him in all our dealings. We can trust His judgment, we can trust His leadership, we can trust His word, we can trust His Son Jesus Christ. And by so doing, when we trust Him, we are sure that everything that pertains to us, God will perfect.
This is the last conference, the Women's Guild Conference, that the president of Women Organization in Akure Diocese will be hosting before our retirement next year. So it is so significant because this church, St. Michael's, Ilaramokin Ashtikiri, is hosting it. So it's a great privilege, and we are so glad and we appreciate God for that.
I am very grateful, and I give glory to Almighty God because He's the one that's spared our life to see today. I even appreciate God. I appreciate Mama Akure to give us the opportunity to be here today.
High point of the conference was a Thanksgiving session where women from different archdeaconries danced to the altar. Again, the attendee women were reminded to keep trusting in God and wait patiently for the Lord's perfect timing. Blessing Day, Osrc News.
The 43rd Women's Guild Conference not only celebrated godly womanhood, but also reminded all of us of the power of trusting in God of abundance grace. The vibrant town of Akoko, nestling in the Akoko Northwest local government area of Ondo State, buzzed with pride and tradition as indigenes and non-indigenes alike came together in dancing celebration of the 2025 Idepioba Festival. For the people of Akoko, this is more than a cultural spectacle. It is a profound spiritual journey, weaving together their rich heritage, ancestral ties, and timeless communal values passed down through generations. Joy Pius brings us vibrant story from the festival grounds.
Located in Akoko Northwest local government area of Ondo State, Akoko, a thriving agrarian community, radiates with cultural pride. Known for its colorful cultural festivals, among them is the annual Idebioba Festival, which marks the grand finale of Ogun Festival. This revered celebration heralds the start of the traditional calendar, with the community gathering to honor its roots and renew bond to the land, a signal to the end of the harvest season and the dawn of planting anew. The 2025 edition of this age-long festival drew sons and daughters of Akoko from across the globe, filled with joy to reunite with family and kinsmen. At the heart of the festivities, trade groups, social clubs, unions, and diverse ethnic associations paid homage to the revered monarch, the Oniru Oba Samuel Agbola. In a gesture of unity, the king reciprocated with a gift of kola nuts to the different groups of traditional chiefs, symbolizing the enduring bond of peace and respect between the throne and its people. The non-indigenes brought their own flair, their colorful displays and spirited performances, adding a sparkling layer of glamour to the festival. A highlight of the celebration was the display of ancestral crowns, each relic a testament to the monarch who guided Akoko through the ages. The rhythmic pulse of Bata dance filled the air as Oba Samuel Agbola, flanked by a jubilant procession, led the community to Kitumu. With every step, the crowd's harmonious chants and praises circled the monarch, who raised prayers for prosperity and unity over his people. Reflecting on the festival's significance, the Oniru, beamed with pride, described this year's elaborate celebration a unifying moment.
All the sons and daughters of Akoko decided to implement this expanded Idebioba so as to ensure that the festival is nationally and globally recognized along with other traditional festivals in Nigeria.
The festival drew dignitaries including Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa, represented by Akoko Northwest Local Government Chairman Osrc, who urged inhabitants of the community to safeguard their traditions.
In time past, we've been having problems in this community, but this one has brought everybody together. So bringing us together as one again, like it used to be before. I will encourage the community to continue with this spirit.
The royal father of the day, Zaki of Arigidi, Oba Yisa Olanipepo, radiated warmth, as he praised the town's progress, calling for unity, love, envisioning a brighter future for Inuakoko. The festival hits its crescendo with the conferment of prestigious chieftaincy title and awards to distinguished individuals for their contributions to the local government.
I'm encouraging our youth, our sons and daughters of Hero that are far away from home, they should come home to invest in Hero because this is our Jerusalem.
As the sun sets over Inuakoko, the people looked forward to future celebrations with their hearts full of hope, calling on government at all levels to partner the community in transforming it to a premier cultural tourism destination that shines on the global stage. Joy Pius for Osrc Social and Community News.
What a remarkable display of culture and unity from Inuakoko. The 2025 Idebi Oba Festival not only celebrated tradition but also strengthened community bonds and showcased the town's rich heritage to the world. The 13th day of September 2025 was anticipated to mark the arrival of a new life, a being created in God's image. However, the unexpected occurred, altering the course of events. Omoriola Ngbeji has more on this unusual development as it happened at CAC Solid Rock Parish in Yapata in Akure. Over to her.
It is real, not a movie. The journey started in November 2024 when a 30-year-old Kemi was medically proven to be pregnant. Thereafter, she enrolled for antenatal program at Gaga Health Center in the state capital. She experienced typical pregnancy symptoms, including nausea, vomiting, sleepless nights, and physical changes in her body and breasts, among other signs.
I first did a PT test, which was positive, and later went to government hospital for registration and for everything and for following up. So I did on April of this year. I started with some movements. Later, my husband asked to go for.
Within 4 months of pregnancy, I noticed a kick in her tummy. I was very happy witnessing the first kick of a baby. So it's keep progressing like that. Then all of a sudden I didn't feel the kick again. I said, if this is what is going to happen, so the conflict was started.
A midwife, Mrs. Juliana Ojo, confirmed that truly there was a baby, but got confused when she could not feel anything again.
So mo wá gbé ìwé yẹn jáde mo wá rí wípé ó register that was December 25 so wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe test wọ́n dẹ̀ rí pé wọ́n rí gbogbo test tó ń ṣe pé ẹni tó lóyún fún dẹ̀ ọ̀nàmà wọ́n vital science ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà wò ó dọ̀wà ó wà òkè ìgbà tí mo wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí agbègbè yẹn mo ṣàlẹ̀ pé inú yẹn le ó de ìgbà tí pásọ̀ wọn á bèrè pé mọ́mí kí ni mo ní kó ló dà pé inú yẹn le ní ìsàlẹ̀ ìgbà tó bá ní òkúta le sí ipò ènìyàn níbẹ̀ mo ṣàlẹ̀ pé ó le.
The couple's spiritual father, Pastor Gabriel Abinde, intervened, pleading with them to wait as he stepped up his prayers, ultimately saving their marriage.
ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣòro ojú mo sọ fún àwọn òmìnir pé ní ká ìdúrà
tó ṣẹjọ bájẹ kí bá sì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó ti fẹ́ tán
nígbà àtẹ́gbàdá ìjọ ìṣẹ́ méjì lágbà ọlọ́run ṣẹlẹ̀.
Then, on this fateful night, during the 60-day vigil, Kemi fell into labor and was delivered of this thing for the world to see. Standing right here. inside the CAC Solid Rock Parish, Ayo Duyile Memorial Chapel here at Enyapata in Akure, is where this mysterious birth happened. This stone I'm holding right here was delivered by one Mrs. Kemi here at this church during a night vigil service. What is so strange about this stone is, by the time you just look at me, you see it or hear it loud and clear. It is a stone. It is a stone, and it's very strange. This stone is being given birth to by a woman. She carried this stone for almost 11 months. According to her, she has all the records that proved that she was indeed pregnant. The pastor's wife, who became an unexpected midwife, testified about the miraculous birth.
She was in pain. She was in pain. She was in labor. She was laboring. I said, "What happened to you, madam?" She couldn't talk. She said, "Mommy, I don't know what to do again." I went to the church and called on Daddy. "Daddy, please come. This thing is going on. We don't know what to do again." So when Daddy now got to the place, Daddy now lay his hand upon her stomach down. By the special grace of God, we see strength. We see strength. We see strength. But Daddy said, insisted that you must not push. But the husband said, "Daddy, please let her push." I said, "Daddy, let her push." We discovered that something wants to come out of her private part. So she started pushing. That was how the stone now came out of her private part, not her anus. After the stone came out, then water gushed out. Then we saw little blood.
Ìrọ̀kùnrin pé a kò gbé ọmọ tí ò pé nǹkan tá a ti ní tó mú lò nípa gbé kan mi bọ̀ sọ́dílé ó bí òkúta jáde. Òkúta tó bí òkúta wọn nìyẹn nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n ní tó pọ́síbù òkúta ní èèyàn ó wá mú kí came from bí àwọn tó wọ̀ súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run sí. Ẹ máa wo ẹgbẹ́ kankan ẹ̀jẹ̀ ti gbẹmọ lára.
The only statement he made was that receive power to push. That was the only statement that my render. And after he gave her that authority, within 30 seconds, she pushed out and she delivered herself a stone. And after that, water was gushing out.
And after I delivered the thing, the next thing that happened was I saw my period, and after then my milk started coming out from my breast for like some days. So I have to go to chemist to buy some drugs to dry the. Even up to now, the milk is still there.
Despite the unexpected turn of events and no baby to celebrate, the family returned thanks to God over the mysterious journey. It is not over yet. We are still coming back on what really caused this strange occurrence. Is it normal? Could it be avoided? These and many more questions will receive adequate attention in our next special report. Omonioba Kuliji, reporting for Osrc Social and Community News.
This bizarre and emotional account from Akure leaves more questions than answer. A woman believed to be pregnant ends up delivering a stone, a situation blending medical mystery with spiritual interpretation. And that brings us to the end of our social and community news for tonight. From the wonders of faith to the vibrance of cultural heritage. Thank you so much for staying with us.